But all I know is I was ready. I was just like, man, I'm losing my virginity tonight. I don't care what happened. And Lex had took me back to the back room. He was like, hey, man, old girl gonna get you right. So we was in there talking, and she was telling me, she was like, you know, she was trying to figure out if I had sex before, if I did anything. And at that point in time, I hadn't did anything. I ain't never fingered a girl, never had head, never been jacked off, none of that.
17?
Yeah, 17. Wow. None of that stuff.
He was a great kid.
I was sheltered. Somewhat.
Get Boyd Avenue, lost some Velcro shoes. Shit got
lost everything, right? but yeah, me and her was fooling around for a little bit, and then next thing I know, the door pop open, and this big chick, like Toucan Sam, like that's what they called it, yeah. They called it Toucan Sam, and she came in, and he was like, Lex was like, hey, give my boy some head. And I was just like, bruh, my chin started going into my chest because it was so good. Like, it was just like, I was so amazed. I couldn't believe what was going on, bruh. It felt so good, though.
What you said, put the order in for? You said, take?
Lex
said, yeah.
Lex said the whole thing up. And next thing I know, Dre pop up in the room. He started trying to hit her from the back. And I was just like, oh, this is crazy. What was happening? I was just enjoying it, though. I just laid back. Then they all left out of the room, and Shawty, she was started schooling me. She was like, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. She was like, you know, then she was like, here, let me get your hand. She had me feeling on her, you know what I'm saying, started fingering and everything. Like, it was crazy, bro.
It sounded like your first experience was dope.
It was, bro. It was.
The nigga was in a train threesome.
And you also on a day that you can never forget, like Christmas.
17. Like, I'll never forget
You'll never forget that shit. I don't even remember
I was so mad I wasn't there.
Are you went there?
Hell nah, bro. I wouldn't fuck somebody else.
I was trying to remember who I was
there. Should have tucked my ass over there, bro.
I remember my first time, but I don't remember like what day or nothing it was on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's crazy that you got that experience.
Yeah, boy. And I mean,
tell your son about that.
Yeah.
I was 17. Damn it, you can too.
But yeah, man. I mean, after that, though, I mean, after we got finished and everything, she was like, "But you ain't no virgin." I was like, "Yes, I am. I don't know what you talking about." And I did use protection.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Did you your first time?
No,
I didn't either.
Because of the situation, I was just like, "Boy, I cannot catch nothing on my first time. Like that cannot happen."
My first time was in not to cut your story off or nothing. You remember Goodies, the store by the Haywood Mall? Mm-hmm. Not by Haywood Mall, excuse me, Greenwood Mall with the movies there. Yeah. It was in the dressing room with Goodies. It was my first time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We went to go see the movie called Mean Girls. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've heard that.
White shit. Yeah. We left and went to Goodies and fucked in the dressing room. But yeah. Back to Mike.
Damn, man, I just lost my shit in the movie theater watching Rush Hour. But
that's dope.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I bet.
Shout out her dark skinned ass. But Mike, I know when I first brought you in on the introduction, man, I had said a bunch of your nicknames, man. Give us some of the nicknames that you've been called over the years.
Well, childhood, my family used to just always call me Lil Mike. But when I came to Boyd Avenue, I was raised in Piedmont. Well, I was born in Piedmont, stayed up about 13 years, and I came to Boyd Avenue, Simpsonville.
We fucked that nigga like
yeah, and that's where I was raised at, man. That's who I am today, you know what I'm saying, because of that. But yeah, we hey, what was I going with that? What's the question? Oh, nickname. But yeah. But your boy chill out. I got short term memory problems. But yeah, my boy Keys Ali, gave me the it's a how many mic? It was a big mic, little mic, crackhead mic.
What the fuck call you crackhead mic?
Regular.
No. On Boyd Avenue.
I'm just saying it was a bunch of mics out there.
I know. The big mic is Bird. Okay. There's a guy, there's a crackhead. His name was Mike, so we call him Crackhead Mike.
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
I know Bird, and I know your cousin Mike.
Let me tell you, before you go past Crackhead Mike, Crackhead Mike, man, had a moped accident and hit it big. You remember that shit?
Yep.
This motherfucker had a brand new off the lot, whatever year it was, King Ranch, F-150, buying 4-wheel. I'm talking about he was a crackhead on Monday and was that nigga by Friday, bro. Right. The wreck he had on Wednesday, bro.
He came out there with a bag full of pills, a bag full of weed, a bag full of whatever else he had, and another bag of something else. I was just
was like sharing the wealth, nigga. Like, y'all gave me crack for all these years, young niggas. Here y'all go, bro.
That's what's up.
But go ahead, Mike. Finish your story. Shout out crackhead, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, so with all those names, I couldn't just be Mike. So he came up with the Tmike, which stands for Tiny Mike, because I was the smallest one on the block at the point in time. So
I was always wondering what Tmike came from.
Yeah, Tiny Mike.
Okay. Tiny Mike.
It stuck with you, huh?
I got Bartholomew and Tiny Mike. I'm doing good, goddamn. I'm doing real good. So we're gonna go, like we did last week with Carter. We're gonna take you down a dark path, but we're gonna bring you out at the end.
All right.
What is the worst memory you've had in your past?
Worst memory.
Yeah, short-term memory, so I hope you can remember some shit.
Yeah, I do. Like, it was at Boyd Avenue when AJ, man, he had got shot. Yeah, it was crazy, man. He just told me to ride with him right around the corner to Gateway, and he ain't never told me to ride with him, but for some reason he asked me to that night. I was like, hey, I get to ride with Big Ump. Out in the wheel, got out there. He was like, man, we about to go in here, man. Some stuff about to go down, but he ain't really go into it. Buster came out there too, so we walked through this back door, and I'm like, hold up, boy, what in the world going on? Next thing I know, I just hear this. I was just like, what? And I just seen a body drop. And then it just happened again. Bodies drop again. And they just started kicking the man in the face. And then people were coming out. It was another dude came out one door. He got knocked out. The other dude came out the other door. He got knocked out. And after that, he was like, Buster came up to me. He was like, yeah, boy, that's how you knock a boy out. I'm like, all right. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So we leave out, and I'm just like, bro, put me in some crazy position. And we just standing out there, and then I ain't gonna mention the dude's name, but he came out, and it was his boys that had just got knocked out. So he just standing around looking crazy, and he like, man, and I could see him talking to himself, and I just turned my head for a split second. And next thing I know, I just hear shots ringing off. I'm talking about he let go of the whole clip. I don't know. I think it was like 11 shots. He shot AJ. Like every shot that he let off, it went in AJ.
Damn.
I took off. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I heard the shots, I took off, but I slipped and fell in the grass because it was wet. And when I looked back to see if AJ was alright, I ain't see him. I just seen him. I ain't see him up. I seen him laying on the ground, and I was like, and all I was thinking to myself was, man, he dead. I done cut the corner. And we went down there, and I was chilling, and then his girl at the time, she was like, what's going on? So I was like, I don't know, because I ain't want to be the one to break the news to her. And then Trez came around the corner, popping, shooting at one of the dudes, and we ended up walking back up there, and I seen them picking AJ up, and I could see that he was limping. I was like, all right, he ain't dead, like, cool, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, man, he ended up going to the hospital. I mean, he good today, you know what I'm saying? But that was like the worst time of my life at that point, man.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was.
We're gonna stay with AJ for a second, because that was one of AJ's lowest moments. But let's talk about one of AJ highlights in both of our life. So I didn't go to hear Chris prom. Tmike went to hear Chris prom. I'm that nigga that was with the after party. I was a bad angel on this nigga show his whole life. Probably still is. But so they went to the prom, and we got a hotel room right there in Cincinnati, some raggedy ass rundown hotel room. Right. But it was bitches. Like, we had bitches on top of bitches in that motherfucker, bro. And AJ walked. I don't know how this shit got set up. AJ walked in and was like, let's get the party started or something. Like, what's your name? Like, man, my name is JoJo the Dancer. It was like, let me tell you how crazy this night was, right? I was in the bed with two bitches in Lex. Across from, I think Dre was in the bed, and Tay was in the bed with one bitch. And another girl was finna get in the bed with him. Wasn't you by the bathroom?
I don't remember.
Like, the bathroom was right here, so Mike had like 2 bitches over here. Like, it was just like some shit out of a goddamn movie, but it was fun as fuck. And this nigga bought it, and I was like, yeah, I'm JoJo. I don't think we went to bed that night, because we ended up getting up with Jessica and Crystal and printing pictures off at Walmart at like 6 in the fucking morning.
Well, a lot of that stuff is a blur, but I do remember that night though.
We had a good ass fucking time.
I think he would dick out and everything. Talking about I'm JoJo dancing out and everything. Just like
shit. We got some good ass friends that we growed up with, man.
Good times.
But last week I asked Carter. I said, "What are 3 of your weaknesses or negatives?" After that story, I'm not answering you that fucking question. I'm trying to bring the podcast back up to positive light. So I'm gonna ask you, Mike, what's 3 things like? First off, are you single?
Yes.
Okay, so let's play the singles game. Let's play the match game here. If I had a woman sitting here next to me, and she was to ask you, what are 3 positive things about Mike? What would your answer be?
When I'm with somebody, I'm loyal.
So you never cheated?
I've never cheated before. I've cheated before, yes.
How the fuck are you loyal?
But I mean, people change, bro. Yeah, I change. But when I'm out, I mean, when I'm to myself, I do whatever I want to do. I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Lose bird. But whatever. Another thing, I guess. Well, I don't even know. Like, I'm not just into myself like that. So
You're not conceited.
I try not to be like. Because a lot of people think I do. I can get big headed.
Watching your Snapchat, you would think that. But go ahead.
How? I be vibing, bro.
Bro, you be doing them light skins, nigga moments on Snapchat all the fucking time.
But yeah, I'm just laid back, man, and I guess that can be positive at times. Just try to be truthful as well at all costs.
What's your what would you say is your biggest flaw as a human? As a man, what would you say your biggest flaw is?
I could put way too much into a person.
I got you.
I can do that.
So you some over assertive ass niggas. You and this nigga Bartholomew look, yeah.
I mean, it's easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy to do, but you know, when you really feel in a person, it can be easy to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you involve in a person. So
let's get to these women's. These ladies.
Women's.
So Tmike needs to call you the sex fiend.
Yeah.
Why they call you the sex fiend, Tmike? This wasn't long after you lost your virginity, you became the sex fiend.
Well, yeah, check this out. I mean, 17. I lose my virginity at 17. That's kind of high up there, bro, to be losing my virginity.
So you went right to
for that time frame. I mean, just from that age, like I was a little horny little boy. I'm telling you, like I was hunching everything, bro. Like
everything,
bro. And when I found out about like the porn, boy. Man, I had so many flicks, bro. I got in trouble so much. My mom found so many cassette tapes. It was like, they threw them out. It's like, what is this? What is this? What is... Mom, you know what that is. Like, don't even true. I am a growing boy. I'm trying to be a man one day, David.
Before we jump into this women shit, what's the most embarrassing moment of your life, Mike? I know where this finna go.
Hold on. Most embarrassing. But see, nah, you got some stuff on your mind. That was embarrassing, but hold on. Nah,
you know what I'm finna say, bro. You already know what I'm finna say.
It was probably when I was having sex, and I got. I don't even know. Hold on, bring back to my memory. What you think it is?
But one day, Carter. We was at Tmike house playing a video game. This nigga was
nah, bro. Nah, that's not the most embarrassing moment. Nah, that ain't.
So this nigga sleep. No, he wasn't sleep. He was asleep. And you know, did you ever meet Steve-O?
Yeah, one time. I met him one time.
Steve, Mike had a bunk bed, right? So clutch. Like Mike was clutch because he had a bunk bed, but his little brother never slept in there. Like that was my bed. But anyway, Steve-O went to lean back and like, you ever sat in the bunk bed and you on the bottom, you just slap that little top board that's right there. He slaps the top board, drops the condom. Then drops the condom. The condom used.
Oh my God.
Tmike wasn't 17 yet. I'm setting you up to this.
I already see where it's going.
It was full of nut. Tied up in a damn ball. So this nigga was like storing full of nut.
Jesus Christ.
But my nigga,
that wasn't story.
my nigga Steve-O said, nigga, what the fuck you jack off a horse and shit?
Damn, what the hell, bro?
But he was asleep. So he took it and like put it on that nigga lip, bro.
I would have to fight that.
It was his own neck. What you gonna get mad at us for?
It don't matter.
It was closed up though.
It was closed, man, but that shit was the
Why did you have that?
I was supposed to throw it out like the night before.
Why you jacking your dick in the god?